Okay, let's move on to the H's. And on the G's, the last video, I forgot this record. GBH, this is live, from 1982. This one is really good. Actually, it's very good. This is on Cleopatra Records. Came out in I think it first came out in 1989 and then 2014. Alright, H's. This one is called Hail Mary. And I bought this at a show at Kelly's Bar in Hamtramck. This is like a brutal heavy metal type thing, but it's kind of slow. So speeding it up doesn't hurt. This thing here, I just got this yesterday. This is a band from the early 80s called Human Gas. They're from Japan. They were only a band for probably a year. And it's very heavily influenced by early Discharge, early GBH, and a bootleg copy of their songs on vinyl. I think that's the only way to get them. I think they made a couple of cassettes, and then that's it. So, look this up. I guess just Human Gas, Japan, vinyl. That's how I found it. And this was well worth the $35 I paid for it. That was with shipping and handling. This thing is, every song on it is very memorable. So seek this out, and they're hard to find. The people who make these only make like 100 of them. Like there was something Neck Records in Portland, Oregon made a copy, and that sold out in one day. So, and I couldn't find any secondary sellers selling it. So I had to go to somebody else. A little expensive, but really worth it. Here's Hino. And these Hino records were brought to me by a lady that I used to be like the maid for, who came from Germany. So that's how I got the Hino records. Here's Hino. And it's just a Hino record. I think it's a double LP. More Hino. This one you can see through his glasses. Alright. And here is another Hino record. More Hino. She brought me a bunch of them. And here's this extra special Hino. Christmas record that folds out into this. There. Now that's how you do a Christmas record. This thing is priceless. Okay, here we are with the Humpers. This is a 10-inch. Here's a set list from when I went and seen them in Las Vegas. Here's the Plastic Valentine red vinyl single by the Humpers. Here's the plastic Valentine LP. This thing is great. All the stuff by the Humpers is good. Here's how the Grinch Stole Christmas picture disc. It is what it is. Here's the guitar player from the Dwarves, He Who Cannot Be Named. This one is Human Terrorist. And I bought this at a punk rock bowling, now that I think of it. Here's the Hanson Brothers, It's a Living. And it's a live double LP. And I don't need to tell you how great that thing is. Okay, here is Hepatitis, Champagne of Innocence. I bought this from the band, had the lead singer autograph it, and I wonder if the vinyl is anything special. Well, it looks like that. Nope, nothing in there. And this sounds weird, and it's even better if you speed it up. Here's Head Wounds, and this is a little side project from the guy who started that band, The Locust, and this thing is actually really good. Here's the Hell Cows, Toothless, a weirdo band from Portland, Oregon, and this is a 7-inch by the Hell Cows. Here's Hunks and his Punks Street Punk, and this thing is, it's better than good. I gambled on this thing at, where did I buy this? 2nd Avenue Records, and I won the gamble. Okay, here we go. This thing is something, I think I paid $150 for this. And I think I got the better deal. This is the soundtrack to the movie Harold and Maude. There's a little sticker. Okay. This is the glow-in-the-dark version. Just a plain jacket. Comes with all the stuff. The book, the poster, everything that all the other ones come with. Except for the vinyl. Here, let's see if I can do this right. You can, while I'm doing this, you can enjoy the sounds of a band from Detroit called the Eroders. That should do it. And there's the record. That's what it looks like in the dark. And it's just blank labels. It's not a bootleg. I kind of thought it was at first, but it's not. Let's put this back together. I would show you the books and everything, but that's, and all the stuff that came with it and the little extra record, but those are easy to see on the internet. But this plain jacket and the glow-in-the-dark record are kind of hard to find. And the reason why, and as soon as I get this back in the jacket, I'll tell you. Hey. record jacket's big. That's a tight fit for the Harold and Maude soundtrack. And this is a printout from Discogs, and it tells how many copies of each were made. Like the black and silver gold, 300 copies, 250 for retail. Picture disc, 200 copies. Glow in the dark, 50 copies for promotional use only. Housed in a bootleg jacket. So, this was one of 50. That's kind of why it was so expensive. Moving on, the Hard-Ons. I bought this record at the Showcase Theater in Corona, California, along with this record when I went and seen them, Toys That Kill, and the Queers. And this is an outfit from Australia, and these records are as fun to listen to as they are to look at. Alright, soundtrack 2. I don't even need to say it. I don't need to say anything about this. Here's the 5. I will say the second side 2 of this has a bunch of songs on it. It's awful. Don't play side 2. The number 4. The number 3. The number 1 again, double LP, gatefold, and I have Halloween 2 and Halloween 3 from the Death Waltz, but they're part of a box set that I made a video of that actually nobody ever watches that video, and I think it's because that Death Waltz box set. I think they made 250 of them, and I remember it's so, I caught it on a pre-order in the morning, and I checked on it again like 1 that afternoon, and they were all gone. So I think anybody that has that thing is keeping it, and I guess they're not telling anybody they have it. But I made a video of mine, and it was just a bunch of soundtracks to a bunch of B-movies, but the packaging was really neat. And the 2 Halloweens were part of that. Here's a tribute to Husker Du. This one's easy to find, it's cheap, and it's good. New Day Rising, perfect record. And here is a radio interview, double LP. Got some songs on it and some talking, and this one isn't too hard to find either. Here's the early years, and just like the album cover says, it's the early years. And I think the only reason why you get this is it has the first 2 singles on it. Because it has, let me find it. It has this record on it. This is the original Reflex record version of Everything Falls Apart, and it's also on that one I just showed you. Land Speed record. This is their thrash record. Zen Arcade. Husker Du, the Spin Radio Show from August 28th, 1985. This one's pretty good. It's a bootleg, but it's just an 85 show. Here's a maxi single with Sorry Somehow and All This I've Done For You, Flexible Flyer, Celebrated Summer, and Fatty. And this is another tribute, and this is the entire Zen Arcade album done by a bunch of probably Midwest bands. And it's good. Here's Flip Your Wig. This one's also really good. Here's the single, Don't Want to Know If You're Lonely, with some live songs on the back. Candy Apple Gray. And here's a couple of photos from when I went and seen Husker Du at the Pine Street Theater on the Candy Apple Gray tour. They've been trimmed down. And this was the very first time I ever saw Husker Du. Was on this tour. And then I saw them on the Warehouse tour. Here's Metal Circus, an almost perfect record. Okay, here we go. Here's a couple of pictures from, well, 3 pictures from when I went and seen them in Las Vegas for the last time. And that was at UNLV on Maryland Parkway. And I used to have the flyer for the show, and I gave it to a record store owner for some reason. I wish I hadn't done that. Oh well. This is the Warehouse record. Here's an advertisement from when they did 2 shows at the Variety Arts Center on Figueroa in Los Angeles. And here's The Living End. And this is recordings from the last tour they ever did. Since this is the last record, I'll show it to you. Here's what the vinyl looks like. There's the little insert. And here's the tour book. The little t-shirt I bought at this show is long gone. I wish I still had it. And here's the tour book they were selling, even though it's a tour book for the European tour. But I'm glad I kept this thing. What a way to end the H's. Okay, see you on the next one.